Hi, everyone. Kirill from Altexov. I'm very glad to be here and speak after those fantastic speakers that covered half of the topic I wanted to cover. So it's a little bit blessing in disguise, I would say. The topic itself, friend or foe, I think it's pretty straightforward, though. That's why we decided to make this presentation, to make this speech kind of playful, very lightweighted, and easy to consume. I think we all agree that AI was not invented this year, right, when we all found out about ChatGPT. Actually, GPT as a generative pre-trained transformer appeared 5 years ago. It has been already 5 years. And AI has been here for a long time, okay? So we have been fans of this technology for the last decade plus, and we are really excited to welcome everyone to this hype train with us. So as I said, we wanted to make this presentation like a storytelling. So I'm going to be describing the main 5 stages of our customers, travelers' journey with us and how AI impacts every specific stage of this journey. So starting with dreaming, we have a typical family from the US, 5 people, wife and husband and 3 kids. And they're dreaming about going to a Christmas-themed vacation for a week. They are really flexible in terms of dates. They don't have any preferences. They don't have any preferences as for destination. They're pretty open-minded about it. The several restrictions that they have is the budget. They are on budget. And they have to fit their vacation within 2-week winter break, which is the last 2 weeks of December. What would have happened earlier? It would have taken like a day's researching the best options, etc. Right now, it's all about inspiration. So the wife, while our husband casually drinks beer, the wife spends a couple of hours just surfing the web, watching several YouTube videos just to get this first interaction. And then AI already can come into the play. So with large language models, she can operate with so-called like natural search or fuzzy search. She can go to some meta search and type, I'm looking for a Christmas vacation. I also would like to ski, and I have 3 kids and a husband with me. So the model itself goes to a database and finds the best fit option and brings it back to her. So at this point of time, again, she's not really limited to any destination, and she considers US, Canada, and Europe. So after several iterations, she narrows down her search to several specific destinations in Europe. Let it be France, Germany, Switzerland, Italy. So every one of those options have pros and cons, right? It all looks very attractive, bright lights, Alps, all those villages, etc. But we are not ready to book just yet. We are at the planning stage. We have yet to learn content optimization for ChatGPT in terms of SEO. That's true. So we have to admit. We have created several projects already based on OpenAI API, ChatGPT API, with this fuzzy request when you can just go and start your interaction with the website from the search bar, type in your preference, and then we'll get the results. But in terms of SEO, that's the black box, and really the truth is that we have no idea how it's going to play out for the next probably 3 to 6 months. That's the expectation. Everyone is excited to get to the Alpian village, except for the husband, who really doesn't care at this point of time. OK, so planning. As she has limited her search to 4 specific destinations, she's choosing the specific resorts, the hotels. The short list becomes even shorter. How does it happen like this? Well, actually, those hotels who have a very attractive and appealing photos and descriptions are winning and getting into this short list. The technology behind is actually image analysis model, which already is widely used by some of the biggest players in the market, like Airbnb, Expedia, and I really inspire you to do the same. They run the model that finds the most appealing images, throughout all those batches of dozens, if not hundreds, of pictures that hotel has. The Descriptions can also be generated by the large language model, by GPT. But here comes the, the whispers, the rumors, like what's gonna happen? Are we doomed, or like, is it gonna take our jobs? The truth is, we don't think that it's gonna be happening in the nearest future, because GPT does create content, right? It can generate content, but this content is pretty generic, and it still requires human interaction with it. It needs human touch, it needs human verification, to say the least, because I'm pretty sure you all have tried ChatGPT and you have all seen those hallucinations that it comes with from time to time. And once it's pretty hilarious when you're just a random user. For serious business, it's pretty dangerous. You don't want to lose the trust by misleading your travelers, your clients. Also, what it does, and what's important in our case, it can auto-translate the content, because we are talking about, again, destinations in France, Germany, Italy, and it all auto-translated in English. So after several iterations with this language model, she comes down to the final choice, and it's the hotel in France, in Annecy. It won because it had great content. It won because of the location, because of the price, like numerous factors. But it's not really the end of the journey of planning just yet. Since the hotel is also integrated, since the meta search, is also integrated with local DMCs, destination management companies, and tour operators, our LLM can also provide and generate additional itinerary. So from the initial request, we know that they wanted to go skiing, and LLM will provide several days for a local ski resort nearby. It will also provide several ideas as for some food tasting in the local restaurants, sightseeing across local churches and cathedrals, et cetera, et cetera. So it seems like we are ready to book, right? The itinerary looks very good, but not really. There is one more step left. So as our family is pretty price sensitive, they're on a budget, they're very likely to select, they finalize the choice, that's correct, but they will look at different OTAs, different channels, and compare it with the direct hotel website. So AI is already widely used, like all my predecessors already said, in terms of dynamic pricing. You all use, if not you shall, you will create your pricing strategy based on numerous, like a couple of dozen probably factors, starting from the seasonality, the comparison with your competitors, et cetera, et cetera. So it all comes into the whole game. AI is used here. Also, OTAs are using AI when they do the room mapping. Most of OTAs are sourcing inventory from multiple different providers. And quality mapping, which AI can provide, or lots of existing solutions like Giata, Gemonix, Vervatech, Nuity, hope I didn't forget anyone. It all uses AI and matches and maps different rooms coming from different suppliers that helps OTAs to get better margins and to provide better offering to the traveler. So after weighing all the options, it all pretty much the same, of course, yeah, because of rate parity. But imagine that our hotel operates a very advanced personalization system. And here is my nod to Marcus, who just covered this topic. This is the killer feature if the hotel has it, because in the reality, when all the prices are pretty much the same, hotel can offer extra value that the customer will probably buy in a heartbeat. So let's say hotel recognize the nature of this trip, hotel understands the family, and can already provide their suggestion in advance. It could be such things as lower floors because of 3 kids. It could be close proximity to some playgrounds. It also could be stuff like, I don't know, the beds, size of beds, and things of this nature. But to be honest, again, it's not all in bright colors. It's very hard to implement. Again, not to Marco's side. It requires lots of data, and it requires lots of efforts in terms of infrastructure, analyzing this data. And first of all, it requires lots of efforts collecting this data, labeling, creating these data points, and then actually having those data points put somewhere. And this is the current problem that the industry is not exactly there yet. I hope Marcus will fix this. After they successfully booked and fast forward, they're coming to the resort itself, they approach the front desk. And of course, hotel understands and knows about everything about them. So it's a good time to already provide some upselling things. Could be anything. Again, we know that they're going skiing. It could be transferred to that ski resort. We know that they're interested about sightseeing, so we can offer them personalized guided tours around the area. And another extra mile, I would say, and some interesting thing, as we know that they are traveling with toddler, that is probably doubtful, a very good skiing player, I would say, in this team. We can, as a hotel, we can also offer them a childcare services for the time they're absent and when they go to the mountains. So they're having the time of their lives. They're enjoying the food. They're enjoying the atmosphere, everything going skiing. And probably we could have also offered them a ski instructor looking at this poor guy. While they're staying at the hotel, they can also have some requests or maybe want to resolve some problems. And that's where the hotel can employ conversational AI in the form of chatbots or in the form of voice assistants whatsoever. So it could be anything, starting from, hey guys, I need another shampoo to my room, or like in the case of this hotel, I need an ironing board, which is a big problem here. I think you all noticed that. It's all good. So the algorithm, what it does, it collects this information automatically, and it transmits it to the front desk, to the back office, which then later actually do the work. But what happens if, let's say, the heating system went down? Like, you don't want to be put in, you don't want to be put like number 176 after all those get me another bottle of shampoo requests, right? First of all, should the hotel have the predicted maintenance, it would never have happened in the first place, because it's exactly the technology that looks after the different appliances in the hotel and understands what is the best time to repair anything, if anything is likely to be broken in the nearest future. But all right, it's already here. The heater is broken. It's the end of December. It's not cool at all. I mean, it's too cool to handle. Like, it's getting very cold. So the real value of the system is its ability to prioritize things. Like, if we see that that's the shampoo request, that's the iron request, that's stroller request, and that's the broken heater, it's going to be automatically raised in the priority in order to be fixed immediately. The trip comes to an end. They're flying back to the US full of emotions, full of will to share this to the world, their experience. They start posting on Instagram, TikTok, different other platforms, and they also write reviews. And here is the bold statement. Reviews, all reviews contained, it's hard even to express, all reviews contain nuggets of valuable data. We need to pay attention to reviews. And here, AI also helps us with the sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis, as an NLP, it allows us to see the hidden gems inside what people write, to see what goes well, what doesn't go so well, and make some business decisions on top of that. A couple of years ago, we created an NLP application that aggregated customer hotel review from public sources. After this aggregation, it did analytics and created a separate amenities review ratings. This is technology behind it. So how you can make the best use of it, it's up to you, right? You can build a B2C interface and actually create like a OTA on top of that, let your customers do the amenity-driven search and book the properties based on amenities that are crucial for that customers. Also, you can use this data for propensity modeling. Basically, you can look at the data you have, and you can project likelihood of this specific family and the families that fall into the same category, the likelihood of coming back to you, returning to you. Already overdue, sorry for that. So that's pretty much it for 15-minute session. I'm going to be very, very excited to continue this conversation and answer your questions in the next hour or so. Just another probably inspiration. We're living in the world where everything that I just outlined is hygiene, okay? So it's must-have, because we're living in the world when you blink for a second and Apple already presents their Apple Vision Pro. That's a real big thing, real innovation. Again, so these are, in my understanding, hygiene things, and we all need to have them implemented in our businesses. Thank you.